In Slovenia, I was a catalog model, which is what you call a model you order out of a catalog. Sometimes when I bounce light off my diamond, Donald's hair will chase it like a cat.
After Bill Maher exposed secrets about Melania Trump's marriage live on television, President Trump spiraled into a full-blown tantrum. The chaos that followed was more dramatic than a Thanksgiving dinner at the White House. As Trump scrambled to do real-time damage control, Maher held nothing back. He delivered punchlines that didn't just sting, they humiliated. The Trump brand wasn't just mocked, it was obliterated by what can only be called a full-scale truth bomb.
I hope I inspire little girls everywhere to marry for money. Oh, that's...
I'm expressing my affection here, there's no need for your usual polite response. That line didn't just land, it detonated. Bill Maher said it with a straight face, live on air, and the audience burst into laughter and gasps. Beneath that laughter, though, was a brutal hit to the Trump family dynamic. This wasn't just stand-up comedy. It was a surgical roast. Maher dissected the cold, mechanical interactions between Donald and Melania Trump right in front of millions.
Really a dumb guy, fired like a dog. His show is dead.
Trump, of course, didn't laugh. Allegedly enraged, he wasn't just fuming, he completely lost it. Behind the scenes, he was red-faced, yelling, and completely unhinged. His team rushed to contain the fallout, but by then, the internet had already exploded. TikTok and Twitter were flooded. Suddenly, everyone was a Trump marriage analyst. And one question kept rising above the noise: is Melania truly a first lady, or is she a captive in high heels?
Okay, so meet up in person. Maybe it'll be different.
This wasn't your average late-night burn. Maher brought an arsenal, and his words hit a nerve with a new kind of audience. For example, he compared Trump to Slovenia's national cuisine, a dull, flavorless platter no one craves. That metaphor extended to their marriage, not just cold, but depressed. He joked that Melania's only role was to never respond when Trump said "I love you," and to jump on command with no questions asked. He read from a spoof marriage manual. That wasn't love, it was a script. A contract. Maher wasn't just joking, he was saying their entire relationship looks like performance art.
My Secret Service codename is that poor woman.
Then came Maher's most savage punchline, that Melania's alleged Secret Service codename was "that poor woman." The audience laughed, but it was the kind of laugh that comes with a sting. Maher didn't just call her a trophy wife. He painted her as a captive, locked in a mansion built on ego and silence. A gilded prison, not a palace.
A fucking comedian, and he's the most powerful leader in the world. I'm not the leader.
Watch her body language in public, forced smiles, awkward hand dodging, robotic waves. People have speculated for years, but Maher said it plainly: Melania lives in a gilded cage, and though the door is technically open, she never steps through it. He even compared her to a leprechaun wish gone wrong. You think you've caught something magical, but you forget to be specific. She got the glam, but not the freedom. Not the control. Not even kindness.
Oak. It's not a toy for rich idiots to play with.
That's what hit the hardest. Not because Maher said something new, but because he said what everyone else was too scared to. Maybe Melania never signed up for this life. Maybe she dreamed of fame, glamour, and luxury, but never thought through the details. Now she's stuck smiling through the tragedy.
The check. If you don't want to say it out loud, you can mow it into the corn.
People want to believe in the fairy tale, the supermodel, the billionaire, the red carpets and ball gowns. But Maher tore that fantasy apart, exposing a harsh truth: their marriage isn't a love story, it's a brand deal. This wasn't just a TV moment. It was the moment. Because what Maher revealed wasn't just about the Trumps, it was about how power hides dysfunction behind wealth. He didn't just insult Melania. The collapse of the Trump brand was inevitable once he showed that their elegance masked emptiness.
Different insulting epithets that the president has said about me. Things like stupid, dummy, lowlife dummy, sleazebag, sick, sad, stone cold.
After Maher lit up the stage with his roast, Trump didn't just brush it off. Behind closed doors, he reportedly exploded. Meltdown mode activated. Sources say he was pacing like a madman, face crimson, screaming at anyone in reach. And of course, he raced to his favorite outlet, Truth Social, to vent. His ego was bruised, his brand under siege, and the blows were being delivered by a comedian.
I don't want to have a Trump with this man. I mean, he's not even a real person. It's just like a pop reference from the 80s. It's like having a spat with J.R. Ewing.
He called Maher a new enemy of the state, armed not with weapons, but with an HBO MIC and biting punchlines. He tossed out phrases like traitorous humor and claimed Mayer's jokes amounted to wicked defamation.
Melania Trump has spent just a few weeks here at the White House since her husband was inaugurated in January.
Ironically, the silence from Melania may have been the most powerful response of all. When your marriage is being dragged across the internet and you say nothing, people notice. Maher didn't deliver cheap shots, he delivered precision hits. That line, "Don't say I love you back," wasn't just a joke. It was a diagnosis. He wasn't describing a marriage, he was describing a customer service script. When I say jump, you jump. That's not affection, it's obedience. Maher said it all with a smirk, turning a cold relationship into a cold comedy masterclass. What should have been romantic became businesslike. Even the laughter in the room was uneasy. Because maybe we weren't just laughing at the Trumps, we were laughing at something that felt uncomfortably real.
So Melania Trump has been in the news a lot lately. I was talking about her in the monologue, and she's on the cover of Us Weekly with this cover at my side of the...
Melania's infamous jacket line, "I really don't care, do you?" took on new meaning. It stopped being careless. It became a weaponized shrug, the survival strategy of someone trapped in a very public, very bizarre soap opera. This wasn't just celebrity gossip anymore. This was political theater, comedy, and psychological drama rolled into one. Are we watching a marriage or a marketing campaign? A relationship or a performance? Maher didn't flinch. He didn't explain. He just let the chaos do the talking. And somehow, Melania's silence became her sharpest statement yet.
I hope I inspire little girls everywhere to marry for money. Oh,
That's Maher's genius. He wasn't being cruel, he was being ruthlessly honest. His joke about marrying for money wasn't a tabloid jab, it was a commentary on American elitism. That if you're attractive, rich, or connected enough, feelings are optional. Love becomes a prop when you've got matching jets and prenups the size of a phone book.
And if I could tell my younger self just one thing, it would be this. If you catch a leprechaun and he gives you one wish...
Then came the leprechaun metaphor. Absurd at first, but think about it. Melania caught the prize. The mansion, the diamonds, the magazine covers. But not the freedom. Not the tenderness. Not even agency. It wasn't empowerment, it was sorrow in Gucci. Maher asked, without asking, what's a power couple? Is it two people leading together, or one talking while the other stands there trying not to blink too loudly? He exposed what many have long felt behind those photo ops. This wasn't a marriage, it was a facade. The public reaction? Louder than Trump tweeting at 3 a.m.
I think what people like about him, he's just direct. He's very direct and he just lands it. He says what he says and he doesn't.
Melania didn't play along. She didn't deny or defend, she vanished. And in that silence, curiosity bloomed. It was like watching someone slowly step away from the spotlight, while the person beside them kept trying to yank them back in. This roast became more than a monologue, it became a test. For Trump. For Melania. For the public. Are we seeing something real, or just an expertly staged illusion? This wasn't about one couple anymore. It was about a culture obsessed with optics over authenticity, where every awkward moment is edited into a smile. Was this the moment the mask began to crack?
And plaudits in equal measure. So where has the First Lady gone?
It might have been. Because when the public sees the cracks, they don't go back to pretending everything's perfect. They start questioning the whole structure. And for a brand built on control, dominance, and wealth, that's devastating. Maher didn't scream. He didn't rage. He just smiled and dropped the curtain. He turned punchlines into pressure points. People laughed, and then they paused. Wait, was that funny? Or was it real? Trump wasn't mad because it was unfair. He was mad because he lost the narrative. And that's always been his lifeline, controlling the story, gilded in gold. 17. But Melania? She might have delivered the biggest twist. Not with words, but with that sharp, intentional silence. That one icy smirk. That refusal to play along. For the first time, she wasn't just seen as a silent figure in a designer coat. She was seen as a woman who knows exactly what she's doing. Someone who's finally writing her own script. So the question remains, did Maher go too far, or did he finally say what everyone else was too afraid to admit? Is the Trump marriage salvageable? Is the brand? Or did Maher's roast expose a truth that no amount of Photoshop can hide? Whatever your view, one thing is certain, that wasn't just a joke, that was a cultural reset.